All right, we're back. Now we're going to work on the disengagement first. Now the reason I've decided to do the disengagement is because this is where the power of the horse. This is the reason why I'm doing this first, because we got so much resistance in Gator from his nose to his tail that the power of the horse is right here. So, you know, he's a good old boy, but he has every right to be afraid. And he's just really tight. You can see his eyes, not hardly even blinking at all. And his ears have been totally focused on, he hears some other noise, he sees some horses, and he's just not focused on me at all. So this disengagement, I'm gonna be able to get his attention a lot quicker. And then when I'm able to start disengaging his hindquarters, then that's going to start softening this body up, and he's going to be bringing his head around, and he's going to start lowering his head a little bit. Right now, if I start right here, he's just really tight. You can see he's backing up instead of dropping his nose. So by starting back there, we're going to get a lot more accomplished to where we're going to be able to work with the rest of his body. Okay, all right. So on the disengagement, first of all, I want you to learn the safety zone and the danger zone. Anytime we start working with our horse, we're always going to start in this area right here. This is called the safety zone. Even when I put the saddle on the horse, I'll start from the safety zone. When I put the bridle, his halter, his lead rope, I'm always in this safety zone. Now, if there was an imaginary line from this shoulder out, then that's the line that I don't want to step over, okay? I don't want to step over. Whoa. Can you come around this way? Okay, this is the imaginary line here. We can get old Gator to stand still here. All right, I want to be in this triangle. There's going to be a triangle. If you draw a line from there to there and a line from there to there, I'm going to be in this triangle. Now, I can't step across this line. I have to stay in this triangle, in this kind of a box area here. If I step over the line, then I'm in the danger zone. I'm putting myself, there's a chance he could cow kick me, he could stick his shoulder into me or his rib cage, and so that's the reason we call this the danger zone. Now the other reason, the other thing that you should be thinking about not doing, and that's pulling on your horse. We're going to do everything that we can to not pull on this horse. If this lead rope gets tight, it's because the horse is pulling on it, okay? So if I'm standing here and then I go and I don't have enough slack in this lead rope right here, then when I step across this line, I'm going to pull him. See how I'm already pulling his head around. So we want to make sure we have enough slack and that it's my body language that's telling him to disengage. And we're going to do it with the loose rein. Also, because the loose rein, you know, it's still giving my horse this sense of freedom. Like he can still move when he wants to. I'm not going to hold him down. I'm giving him that option. So if he needs to move right now as the trainer, I need to know. I need to know that this is not comfortable for him or that he's struggling with it, so that we can keep working with him and help him overcome that fear. Okay, all right, now on the disengagement, the rope in my left hand, you can see I've got my slack. I'm going to hold this arm up. It's because sometimes the horse may want to throw his head over, because what he's wanting to do is block me away from this side or applying that pressure to this side. And also I'm going to use it, if he decides to go forward, then I'm going to take this and I'm going to reach back towards the hindquarters to shut the front end down. All right? So I'll be here. If he goes forward, my arm goes straight to the hindquarters to stop him, to shut him down. All right? And then it's here in case he decides to swing his head, I can block that. All right? Now, right here, it's extremely important that you know where to focus and that you give that area 100% of your focus. So my focus is going to be the hindquarters. All right? I don't care what he does with the head. My arm's here to protect myself if I need to, but I want to focus and put all of my energy on the hindquarters. Okay? All right. So here we go. So now first I'm asking. I'm not getting anything. So I'm going to swing my lead rope, letting it tap the ground. Nothing. Okay, now I'm going to tap him on the hindquarters. There. All right. Now right there he moved, so I released. It wasn't a disengagement. It was a yield. And you can see he's right back in front of me, and he got away. He moved his body so that I wasn't standing here, and then so he could see me. All right. So now this is what I'm looking for. This is my outcome. My outcome is for him to yield this left leg over to cross over the right hind leg. The left hind leg to cross over the right hind leg. Okay? Now, he's finally going to do it here in just a little bit, but it may be kind of tight doing it, and he may be doing it really quick. So that's still telling me that he's still not quite certain what the purpose is of this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to swing my rope. Stay with him. Boom. Okay, right there, we got a little bit of a cross. He actually crossed his leg over about this much. You know, I don't care if he would have crossed it over that much. I'm going to reward him for that. Here we're applying pressure, and then the release of pressure is the reward. That's how your horse is going to learn. You're actually teaching your horse how to learn. Okay? All right, by pressure and release of pressure. All right, we're going to go back over here. And I'm going to ask him again with my body language. Almost. There. Okay. Not bad. Now he's starting to pick it up that if I move my hindquarters over, he's starting to understand that release of pressure. He still doesn't really know what I want him to do. But all he knows is that, hey, if I just move my hindquarters away, the release of pressure, that pressure that he's afraid of right now, he knows it'll go away. Okay? All right, so we're getting close to our goal here. Now, if your horse really gets, some horses, Gator is more of a, I'm just going to tighten up and freeze type of horse. And there's going to be some horses that are a lot more sensitive and hyper. And so the thing to do is just rub them until they start to relax. Now he's even got an ear on me, so that's good. He's starting to pay attention to me. All right. Okay, here's my body language. Okay, I'm going to reward him for that. He didn't cross his leg, but he didn't sit there and wait for a long time. And then when he did move his hindquarters, when he yielded, it wasn't like it's telling me he's finally getting to where he knows there's no danger involved. Okay? Because he moved it over just nice and softly. All right? Okay. And another tip for you too, if you got a horse that's moving away all the time, and whenever, you know, they'll know that when you start getting your lead rope ready, that you're fixing to ask them to do something, and some of them will start getting a little nervous and they'll start moving away. So the thing to do is just come up here, go. So what you need to do is you need to get your, we're going to go over the rope, how to position the rope and swing it here in just a little bit. But right now, just get your rope where it needs to be in your left hand and the rope where you need it to be in your right hand, and then walk up here and pet your horse. Just pet your horse. Don't go to pulling on him, just keep petting him until he stops. Now, as you've done this several times, and if he does it, you know, you'll be able to just kind of bump and release on him. But right now, there's still a lot of fear in this horse. And I don't want to do anything to make him feel like he's just captured and that he's not going to be able to leave. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, not bad. This time I want him to cross his leg. I'm just going to keep there, and I released. Okay, now it's getting good. It's getting much better. Much better. If your horse, like he's doing, you know, he's still, we're going to see that, we're here in just a little bit, he's going to stop backing up so much. And stop backing up, period. But if you get up here and then he starts backing up with you, you just walk with him, and you can even rub him. And just walk with him until he stops. Don't cross that safety zone. Stay. You can get right here on it, but don't cross it, okay? All right. Okay, a little bit more there. All right. Now he's picking up my body language. See, I don't have to swing the rope. I didn't have to swing it then. It's not saying I won't have to again, but now he's starting to pick up the body language. So now he's understanding the communication. He's understanding that this means for him to do something. So that once he starts picking up the body language, and then he does what the body language is asking him to do, he knows that reward's coming. And he knows that release of pressure, the reward is coming. And now you can see his head starting to come down. He's starting to feel a lot more comfortable now. Okay? All right. There, perfect. That was nice right there. That was really good. So I don't know, we've done this 6 times, maybe less, or maybe 1 or 2 more. But the thing is I've been really patient with him. I've been reading his body language. I know what he's thinking. I'm working with his emotions. I'm not working against them. And now we're starting to see some results. We're starting to results in not how well he's doing the exercise, but the results in how well he's being able to deal with this, and to quickly start picking up that he's not in danger. This is not anything that's going to hurt him. Is he 100%? No. You know, he's maybe 50%. You can see that, you know, he still feels like sometimes that he needs to move his feet. And I'm not going to, right now, I'm not going to do anything other than rub him. I just want to calm him down because I know what's going on. He's still just a little bit uncertain about it. I'm just going to rub him. Okay. Man, I didn't even smooch then. And he's starting to pick it up. Now we're going to do the other side here in just a little bit, and he might be a little stiff on that side. That's normal. Okay, let's do it one more time over here. There we go. Let's do it again. There we go. All right. Look at the head. His eyes are blinking. You're doing a good job. Good job. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Now, he let me over here. That's really good. Some horses are not going to let you go from one side to the next, especially on their right side. I would say 80% of the horses out there are weaker on this side than they are the other, or either more hyper or sensitive on this side than they are the other. So when I was over here and I start to go to the right, and if he does his head like that right there to block you, if your horse tries to block you, just stick your arm underneath his throat latch, and just with the back of my hand, I'm pushing his nose over, and then boom, I'm right here on the right side. Okay? You don't have to back him up. You don't have to run over here or anything like that. Just put your arm underneath there, and with the back of your hand, push his head over. And then rub him. Okay? All right, here we go. Okay, got a little bit spooked. I need to take some slack out. There goes the feet back. He's searching. Okay, now I'm going to apply a little pressure. There. Okay, wasn't pretty. Like I said, don't expect this side to automatically start doing as good as the other. Okay, we have to work. This is the reason whatever we do on one side, we have to do on the other. Okay. There, good. Now that time I could have used my lead rope a little bit quicker, but I could feel and I could see that he was trying to figure this out. So, you know, for once he was in a thinking state instead of a reactive state, which is caused by fear. So while he was thinking, I could see the body trying to shift. I just let him go and just kept clucking instead of swinging my lead rope. And as long as he's in that thinking state, that means he's searching. He's trying to find the right thing to do. And he figured it out on his own. Okay. There we go. Good. You know, he didn't just stretch across there, but he yielded and he made an effort. So that was good. We're going to reward him for that. Now we know that we're probably going to have to do more exercises on this side, and because this side he's a little more sensitive here. Good boy. There we go, right there. Good boy. Crossing, a horse crossing their legs is not normal. And in a lot of these exercises, we're actually putting the horse in a vulnerable position. So we have to remember that also. Like I said, crossing the legs are not normal for a horse to do. In the horse's mind, when they cross a leg, they're putting themselves a step behind. They're putting themselves in danger. If there's a predator out looking, he's going to look for that horse that's lame, or that horse that's, if he's got his legs crossed, he knows that the predator knows that he's got a step ahead. He's a step ahead of the horse, and he's going to attack. So that's the reason why we're going to be able to build our trust with Gator, pretty quick. There's no doubt in my mind that he's really going to start trusting us here in just a day or two. Okay. All right. Let's do this again. Okay, right here he's just kind of stuck. It's a little bit confused. So we're going to help him out of here by swinging the lead rope. And I'm wanting him to cross. Okay, good. You notice that how I stayed with him. I kept walking with him. Now to start, I probably gave him 5 or 6 seconds. And in about 3 or 4 seconds, he was trying to figure out, but then it's kind of like he just froze. And so then that's when I went to applying pressure to help him out, to know, hey, what I'm wanting is you to move those hindquarters over. All right, so it's going to get simpler for him here. Almost. There. Okay, that he didn't cross all the way over, but he did make an effort with this inside leg, and I'm going to reward him for it. All right, here we go. Got to help him out. Got to help your horse. Just stay with him. Okay. All right. He's struggling a little bit on this side, and that's okay. That's going to be with most horses. And we just got to stay at it and keep helping him. And always rub your horse when you get done, or during the teaching your horse something. Always go to rubbing them, because that's going to relax them. And they're going to start lowering that head. And then because when they go through, this is a lot of stress for them to do something that their instinct's telling them not to do. And so there's a lot of stress in there. And once they do it, you give them the reward. Then go to rubbing them, because that's giving them comfort. It's going to cause them to relax. And then, like now, he's got a little curiosity, and he's looking around. So I think he's ready. There, right there. Good boy. See, I waited on my horse. I didn't force him to do it. I waited until his adrenaline came down and he was in a thinking state, because he was showing curiosity by checking me out, and so easily he was able to cross that leg. Okay. There we go. Just by my body language, I didn't even cluck then. Okay, good. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, now right there, that was harder for him to do, because he had to do it in between me and the camera lady. And those are types of situations that you need to set up. That's a challenge for him to do, for your horse to do this in between two people, or in between you and a wall, or a fence, or something like that. So once your horse starts getting comfortable with it, then challenge him in different, with different obstacles and things like that. Okay. There we go. All right, cool, cool. Well, that's the disengagement.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so that's our disengagement. Gator did really good. We'll continue doing this with him for the next few days, and he's just going to get to where, man, this is nothing. He's actually going to, it's going to be a big release for him, because, you know, until we really help our horses to learn these exercises and to put their bodies in different positions, because as humans, we're going to be asking our horse to do a lot of different things. And once we work with them and show them that, hey, this is why we're asking you to do this or that, and this is the reason we want your body in this position, and then they're going to become very comfortable with it, and to where your horse will be able to just, he's going to do whatever you want him to do. All right? Okay. How long to do this in each session? You know, I really don't know how long we were out here today doing this, maybe 15 minutes or something. Today was his first day, and so when I felt like he was starting to understand it and he was starting to relax, then, and especially when I could just use my body language instead of having to swing the rope, I thought this was a good time to stop here. Now we're fixing to go on to the next exercise, but that'll kind of give you an idea. And then once your horse starts getting it pretty good, you may come out here and say, you know, when he gives me five good disengagements on each side, then that may be it for the day on working with this exercise, and then you may go to 10. Okay? All right. Okay, we'll see you at the next exercise.